So for a business, it's a strategic vision map, and it's the blue version. You'll see a blue version and an orange version. And the blue version here of the strategic vision map gets an organization to think about why we exist. What is our purpose? What is our mission as an organization? What is the way that we're unique? The way that we do things is a little bit different than our competition, and we might have something special about our culture and the values that we have and the way that we interact with our customers. What do we do? There's products and services. You do those things, but hopefully you do them in a way that is unique and different, that has meaning. Because you're impacting your customers, and your customers have consumers, and so it's the impact that you're actually having on consumers, end users, they're going to be using your products. Key things along the way are what do you measure to make sure that you're on track as an organization, and be thinking about where you're going, which is where your customers need you to go. But all of that is all centered around why you exist. Simon Sinek, TED Talk a number of years ago, start with why you exist. Articulating that purpose and understanding exactly what your organization is doing to try to be meaningful in the type of impact that they have. Kind of make sense about that? Let's go through a couple examples here to kind of get you acclimated with that. This one is the West Coast Chamber of Commerce. And you're going to see that it has the same type of content, why we exist. Left-hand side, why we exist. For them is to be a catalyst, a convener, a champion. They have a 10-year target to be a trailblazing organization. You kind of move over, these all kind of go left to right. What are their core values? They have a proven process. What they do is to cultivate business success. And they measure a lot of things, but the key is they're looking at who do we serve? 1,200 member organizations that have 80,000 employees. That's a big impact for the chamber to have. And you think even farther, those 1,200 companies, how many customers do they have in Holland, in West Michigan, around the world? It's tens of thousands, it's millions probably. So the chamber is having a really big impact. Yeah, it starts here in West Michigan, and down below, celebrating the people and the culture that they have and how it's a great place to work, but they're now taking that to the rest of the community. Let's go next. Now, here's like 4 different examples. I know you can't see them all very well, but I want you just to kind of notice that they all have a similar shape and style to them. Why we exist, the way we're unique, what we do, who we serve, and then some type of strategic information at the bottom. You kind of see that shape, but they're all very unique and different depending on what the organization is. It needs to reflect who you are, the brand of your organization, and what's meaningful for you guys. What is your purpose? What's kind of cool here is I'll highlight a couple. The Outdoor Discovery Center, man, they do so many things, but sometimes the community isn't even quite sure about all the things that they do. And so now on one page, the strategic vision map can illustrate all of that. A couple key things is they impact 68,000 people this past year, students, parents, teachers, and another 50,000 people who came from out of town to experience these things. So their purpose is to build a better community, which I didn't know until I started working with them. What a great purpose to build a better community through what they're doing. In the upper right, this is Central Wesleyan Church. You're probably aware, big church on the south side. 3,000 people on a Sunday morning. They have a great impact here in West Michigan. They actually are connected to a family of churches, of 20 other churches worldwide, and together they are amplifying the hope and life of Jesus. And so now on a Sunday morning, those 20 churches across the world are impacting 10,000 people on a Sunday morning. So a lot of us didn't even know that, but their purpose of amplifying the hope and life of Jesus has now taken them around the world. On the upper left, the creative dining services, they have about 70 colleges. They provide dining services for them. And what's pretty neat is if you think about all the meals that they serve, tens of thousands of students, they're actually serving 100 million meals a year. Lots of chances to impact end users. And what's really neat is in their purpose, they say we're going to conduct ourselves based on Christian principles. That is at the core of their organization. That's what keeps them centered, integrity and the values they have. And in the bottom right, this is National Nail. We're going to get to hear from Scott Baker, CEO, a little bit later. And this is a summary of the vision map that they have. And their purpose is to inspire people to build better. Better products, better experiences, better relationships. You'll notice that the right-hand side is kind of open. It gets filled in every day with what their employees do. Hey, how are we going to inspire people to build better? Better communities, the way they give back. They're a very generous organization in the way they give back. Better lives for their employees, better marriages, better family extensions. So it's a really neat purpose that they have, and I love what you guys are doing because it's having a lot of impact. How is it in the marketplace? They have over 100,000 end users of their product. So these organizations here are having a big impact, a lot of influence, but they're also very focused on what type of influence that they're having and focusing at the center on the purpose of that organization and how to live it out.